Have had my home swatted twice with drawn. They magically, no one seemed to find the person.
Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
Have had my home swatted twice with withdrawn. They magically no one seemed to find the part why when you'll have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way. You'll be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violent. Do you remember when Beyonce and Nicki used to be besties? Well, it's high time we spilled some tea on the drama between Nicki Minaj and the power couple Jay-Z. And Beyonce, we also need to check out Meg the Stallion's parts in this messy situation. And honestly, it doesn't look like key things are cooling down anytime soon. So back in the day, Nicki and Beyonce were tight, dropping tracks together and showing mad love for each other. One of my faves was Feeling Myself Total Bump. But let's focus all right. They used to sing each other's praises all the time until Nicki married Kenneth Penny. You know what I mean. But obviously, Beyonce's on the album, and that's just like something I like. I have, now. Petty's past is pretty heavy, having been in jail and currently on the list as a top-tier offender, which is pretty serious stuff. This kind of news makes waves, especially around someone like Beyonce, who's practically scandal-proof. Remember the whole elevator incident with Solange and Jay-Z? It was covered extensively by the media, but by Beyonce, she was able to breeze through everything without a hitch, always maintaining a polished appearance. Therefore, it should not come as a surprise that she did not want to become involved in Nicki's drama. Try to picture what the news would be like if Beyonce and Nicki were to be seen out with petty Beyonce. Once upon observing the impending storm, discreetly disengaged herself without providing any explanations. According to rumors, Nicki was left feeling pretty hurt and at a loss to understand why Beyonce would ghost their friendship between them. But many people had the impression that Beyonce was simply avoiding a bullet and preserving her legacy without any blemish due to the fact that Nicki Minaj has gone out and called out Beyonce and Jay-Z. It would appear that she is prepared to cause trouble with anyone who is close to Megan Thee Stallion by boosting Megan's streaming numbers and making her popularity appear to be greater than it actually is. She's accusing them of doing so unfairly. Additionally, Nicki criticized Beyonce for collaboration with Megan, implying that she is attempting to help Megan ascend to the position of king in the music industry that Nicki currently holds. To tell you that truth, the drama is on an all-time high, and I'm thinking to myself that it's high time that they all take a step back, because things are getting to be complete and utter mess, folks. So let's spill the tea on what's happening between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. We're just scratching the surface, and it's about to get wild. Everyone and their mom is getting pulled into this drama, and it's not looking pretty. Nicki has been holding on to some quiet resentment for like 3 to 4 years, but the lid popped off again just recently. Megan released a track throwing some serious digs at Nicki, hinting at her family's legal troubles in a not-so-subtle way. Megan's lyrics were all "don't hate me, hate the law," which I mean, talk about throwing shade. Mad at Meg's law. I don't know what the problem is, but I guarantee you want me this absolutely set Nicki off. She hit back hard, labeling Megan as trouble and even accusing her of pressuring Nicki into drinking while she was expecting. Nicki didn't hold back, claiming Megan suggested she should get an abortion. The whole situation is a hot mess, and it looks like things are only heating up from here. When it came to Megan's song, Nicki was completely and utterly enamored with it. I mean, I've never seen her react negatively to anyone else quite like this before. A diss track titled Bigfoot was released by her, and it was directed specifically at Megan. She went all in it. She reveals the inside scoop on how Megan alleged made moves on her mom's boyfriend after her mother passed away, how she twisted the truth about the Tory Lanez drama, and a myriad of other controversial topics. On the other hand, Nicki, she was boiling over, and she didn't make just a remark about Megan. She went after the entire crew, which includes everyone that Megan collabed with, such as Roc Nation, and this brings Jay-Z and Beyonce into the picture. By association, by taking Megan's side, she's accusing them of betraying her, and even accusing them of exaggerating Megan's streaming numbers. She's calling them out for their backstabbing. Now hold up before we dive into the Beyonce and Jay-Z drama. Let's rewind and check out Nicki's past with them. Not everyone's in the loop, but Nicki and the Carters had their own little beef. They weren't always at odds, though. Once upon a time, Nicki and Beyonce were hitting it off, teaming up for bangers like Feeling Myself and the Flawless remix. But then something went south in their friendship, and while they haven't been openly hostile, their vibes definitely changed. Nicki's thrown some not-so-subtle jabs at Beyonce before, like in her collab with Dope Cat and Say So, hinting at someone's artificial enhancements, with Why You Talking About Who Body Fake with All Them Pillars in Your Face. You just full of hate. Fans quickly pieced together it was aimed at Beyonce, especially since it dropped right after Beyonce Say featured on Megan's Savage remix. Given Nicki and Nicki Gan's ongoing beef, fans didn't miss the connection. Nicki didn't stop there in press play. She directly mentions Beyonce in less than flattering light, suggesting a shift in her attitude following Beyonce's collaborations with Megan and Cardi B. Beyonce, known for steering clear of drama, seemed to pull back from Nicki, possibly due to the controversy surrounding Nicki's husband. Fast forward to the current drama involving Megan, who's under Jay-Z's Roc Nation. Nicki's been vocal, calling them out, not just once but twice, for allegedly inflating Megan's streaming numbers with digs at Megan's character, and even a direct call-out at Desire Perez, Roc Nation CEO, over promotional strategies and internal decisions. She portrayed Megan as overconfident, supported by Roc Nation, so short of being capitalized on the fact that Roc Nation was supporting Megan. Nicki's frustration was clear, suggesting Roc Nation's efforts to boost Megan's image were unfair, as especially contrasting her own music's performance. Without such backing on Twitter, Nicki hinted at spilling the tea in her next track about various people. Desire Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation, supposedly fired for no clear reason. She painted a picture of many being caught off guard and wounded by these actions, suggesting Desire was so set on replacing Nicki that she'd risk financial ruin. Fix of Jesus, Nicki exclaimed, accusing Roc Nation of attempting to craft another Nicki Minaj out of Megan. She's irked by Roc Nation boosting Megan Stride's feet. It skews the competition unfairly. Plus, Nicki reminisces about the days when she and the power couple Beyonce and Jay-Z were tight before Megan's arrival. Start feelings of betrayal. But the plot thickens. Rumor has it Nicki's beef with Jay-Z's and Roc Nation has deeper roots, involving an alleged cover-up to protect Meek Mill. This cover-up supposedly happened after he was aggressive towards Nicki during their past relationship years. After their split, Nicki was working on a docu-series called Queen, detailing her life. She claims Roc Nation pressured her to edit out the aggressive episodes involving Meek Mill. Though HBO eventually passed on the series, Nicki released a snippet showing her discussing the harsh treatment from an ex, starring more controversy and deepening the rift. No man would ever call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that, and even though Nicki didn't name names, Meek Mill figured he was the target and hit back with a cease and desist to stop Nicki from airing their dirty laundry. This set Nicki off big time. She blasted him a line, calling him out for being all about the likes or his aggressive behavior towards women, including his own sister, and for his physical mistreatment towards her in front of his mother, which landed his mom in the hospital. She also threw shade about him feeling emboldened after hanging out with Drake, telling him to get over it, and that he's nothing without his crew. Basically, Nicki go down with Roc Nation is de-rooted at, and it's clear she's pulling no punches and calling them out. Fans, of course, are divided on the scenario, But the majority of them seem to be backing Nicki Minaj for exposing how the industry works. One person writes, "I don't know if y'all are actually catching this, but what Nicki Minaj did with Bigfoot will forever change the industry. She's exposed so much, and it's really coming out. And I'm seated. These artists are constantly fighting towards an unfair machine that feeds the GPs it has to stop by." M called facts with Ben Shapiro Toner, a distribution company. 4 independent artists refused to release the song because of lyrical content. Now YouTube is screwing with. Another fan wrote in support of Nicki, emphasizing on why she doesn't get the treatment she deserves and how she's been mistreated by some of her closest friends. They wrote, "So Nicki is now being bashed about the Megan beef, not having a Grammy, and even some of y'all fans about how she's been moving. Then you all wonder why she's not sympathetic with us in the public as we made her this way. Because no one's ever protected her, yes. Then I want to be first. You missing the point. You missing the point. None of easy for you. No, it's easy for you to hide up under this grate. So how do you view Nicki Minaj bashing her ex-friends through her music videos as well as her social media? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below.